Welcome back. Today, we have a diagnostic challenge that every radiology resident must master. Look at this 6-year-old child presenting with ataxia and signs of increased intracranial pressure. We see a large, heterogeneously enhancing mass centered in the fourth ventricle. Before we dive into the lecture, I want you to look closely at the growth pattern. Is it arising from the roof or the floor? Is it squeezing through the foramina? Pause the video and leave your initial diagnosis in the comments: medulloblastoma or ependymoma. Let's break down the big two. While both occur in the fourth ventricle, their personalities on imaging are very different. Location. Medulloblastoma typically arises from the roof of the fourth ventricle, the superior medullary velum, whereas ependymoma usually arises from the floor. This is your first major clue. Diffusion, the secret weapon. Medulloblastomas are highly cellular. This means you will almost always see restricted diffusion, bright on DWI, dark on ADC. Ependymomas are generally less cellular and won't show that same degree of restriction. Calcification. If you see prominent calcification on CT or susceptibility-weighted imaging, think ependymoma. It's much more common there, about 50%, than in medulloblastoma. It's not always a two-horse race. We must consider the mimics. Juvenile pilocytic astrocytoma, JPA. Look for the classic cyst with an enhancing mural nodule. Unlike our mystery case, JPA is usually more lateral in the cerebellar hemisphere and lacks restricted diffusion. ATRT. This is the aggressive cousin. If the patient is very young, usually under 3 years old, and the tumor looks like a medulloblastoma but is even more heterogeneous with eccentric cysts, you must consider atypical teratoid/rhabdoid tumor. Here are your clinical pearls for the report. The plastic sign. Ependymomas are soft tumors. They don't just grow, they mold and squeeze through the foramina of Luschka and Magendie. If you see tumor extending into the cerebellopontine angle, it's almost certainly an ependymoma. Surgical planning. Always tell your neurosurgeon if the tumor is attached to the floor of the fourth ventricle. That's where the cranial nerve nuclei sit, making total resection much more dangerous. The spine. Never forget, if you suspect medulloblastoma, you must recommend imaging of the entire spine to look for drop metastases. Back to our mystery case. Look at the restricted diffusion and the origin from the fourth ventricular floor. This was a classic ependymoma. If you got it right, well done. If not, remember the roof versus floor rule. I hope this helps you in your next shift. Don't forget to subscribe for more high-yield radiology lectures.